Happy Memorial Day from Carolina Raptor Center. Thank you guys for joining us for yet another Avian Home Adventures. Today we are starting off by listening to one of the most relaxing sounds at the Raptor Center, and that is listening to our duck and our goose eat their lunch. These guys are filter feeders. So what you hear are them filtering through the water and going after their pellets. They eat all the solid things, and then the water goes straight through their filters. You guys are also listening to one of the most unrelaxing sounds at the center. In the background, you can hear our red-legged Sariyama. He also likes attention, and so he wants to steal the spotlight from our lovely duck and goose. So you guys may be thinking, duck and goose. That doesn't sound like a raptor, right? Why do we have a duck and goose at Carolina Raptor Center? Well, the answer is quite simple. These guys make excellent education ambassadors. We will bring our duck and goose out during our Tiny Talon Tale programs. And those are pre-K programs. So we'll bring these guys out along with an owl, and we kind of look at the duck, look at the owl, and we compare the two to kind of talk about the different adaptations that birds have and compare and contrast raptors to a more well-known bird like the duck. So this is Denali. She is our white-faced whistling duck. And we'll see if she does some whistles at all. It is very cute, but as you can see, she's pretty intent on her lunch. So we'll let her eat her lunch through her ponds and listen to that nice relaxing sound. So I'm going to be quiet a little bit and see if you guys think that her eating is relaxing. Sounds like a babbling brook.
It's like what's it, ASMR?
Oh, yeah.
The new thing. Denali's gonna have her own ASMR channel. And then there's this one. She is eating as well.
So this is our magpie goose, Kalali. And again, kids are usually more familiar with geese, so we'll bring both Denali and Kalali out when comparing them to owls.
Chris wants to know if we can hear a whistle. Chris, I don't know if she'll whistle right now because she's so intent on eating. Yeah, she would rather eat right now. Maybe when she stops and comes out, we can get her to whistle.
So today, we thought we would focus on talking about a little bit about ourselves. We talk about birds all the time, right? So, you know, it's time to talk about the trainers a little bit. So, Denali and Kalali here are on my team of birds. Here at the Raptor Center, we have close to 90 different birds. That is a lot of birds to take care of. So, we have 5 full-time bird staff members, and each of those members has their own team that they are in charge of preparing their diets, making sure these guys are healthy, both mentally and physically, and making sure that these guys eat the amount that they're supposed to and that they are comfortable coming out in front of people. So these two are on my team of birds. It's been a lot of fun working with them. These guys are very social birds, so they actually enjoy coming out and working with people because they think we're all just hanging out and having a good time. Their food is a little bit different than raptor food. So what they're eating today is waterfowl pellets.
So Chris, does she bite? We're going to see if McKenna can hand feed. They do eat right out of our hands. They are very, very gentle.
It actually kind of tickles.
So we'll see if
Denali. Free food over there. I'll show you the Kalali. Hey,
Here we go.
Kalali.
So they're very gentle when they take their food.
Yeah.
We do have to get the food wet So these do come, like McKenna said, as dry pellets. So we get them wet so that they can better eat them. But as you can see, whenever she takes a pellet, she goes to the water. Because as McKenna mentioned at the beginning, they are filter feeders, so they really require water when they're eating. But you can see she takes food very gently. Post or pre-coronavirus, when we were doing these programs with the pre-K and kindergarten students, they were actually able to hand feed these guys.
Yeah, very gentle birds, and again, used to being around people. So this is good enrichment for them, just spending time with them. We're not necessarily doing a whole lot today, just enjoying each other's company. So in college, I studied wildlife ecology, and that was my major. And I ended up getting more into the education side of things, and I really found a passion with these birds. It's amazing how the world views birds. Birds aren't cute and cuddly like the mammals are, right? Everyone wants to save the pandas, everyone wants to save the big cats, which is awesome. They need saving. But birds often end up getting forgotten about, and so it's been a lot of fun creating awareness for birds and environments. And raptors and ducks and geese are a lot easier to connect people with because you can see these guys in your very own backyards. And they're a lot of fun to work with. Each of these birds definitely has their own personality. As you can see, they're pretty goofy.
How old are these two birds?
How old are these guys? I don't even know.
Denali, the duck, is 4, and Kalali, the goose, is 3.
So 4 and 3, pretty young yet.
And these guys were both hatched at the Sylvan Heights Bird Park, which is out in Scotland Neck, North Carolina. It's a really, really amazing place. I suggest you check them out when you can. They're a great partner with us. They do a lot for conservation, and that's where we got these guys from.
It's fun just sitting and watching.
So her feet are a little different. McKenna, can you talk about why they're not webbed all the way?
Yeah, so when you picture duck and geese, right, one of the first things you think of are those webbed feet because they like to go swimming and that's how they find their food. Well, with Kalali here, she is more of a wetland sort of bird, not necessarily a full pond bird out in the wild. So she is going to be going through tall grasses and walking more than swimming. So she doesn't need the full, I know, I don't have any food. So she doesn't have the full webbed feet that fully aquatic duck and geese have. She's mostly going to be walking through marshes rather than swimming through a pond. So with her, when we take these guys for walks, Kalali will actually be walking and then she'll randomly stop and start munching on some grass. Because out in the wild, these guys eat the grass seeds while they're still on the grass. So she likes to just kind of considered a wood duck, so she does like to perch in trees and is actually pretty good at climbing